Hello everyone and welcome to my second episode. How US-Iran tension has affected Dubai real estate risk, reality and opportunity. The conflict did not create Dubai correction, it just expedited a correction that was already being made back in 2025. Regional tension is making buyers nervous. Some people are exaggerating the risks, some agents are pretending nothing is happening, and the truth is somewhere in between. This video is about market impact and not politics. What was already happening before the tensions? The market was already cooling before geopolitical pressures escalated. Prices had already risen significantly over the past few years. Some areas had become stretched. Off-plan supplies were increasing. Buyers were becoming more selective, and sellers were still pricing based on yesterday's market. The market wasn't crashing, it was recalibrating. So what changed after the regional escalation? The first impact is not always the price, it's the confidence, urgency, negotiations, and transaction speed. Buyer hesitation increased. Some buyers paused decision-making. Viewings slowed down in certain segments, and more negotiations are taking place. Serious cash buyers are becoming more opportunistic, and weak listings starting to sit longer. Ready property versus off-plan impact. Ready property is where market sentiment shows up first. There's more visible price pressure on the low-ticket items only because owners are exposed to real buyer feedbacks. But high-ticket projects, especially those in established and reputable communities, show more resilience. Off-plan developers can protect headline pricing using incentives, payment plans, broker commissions, and launch strategies. Also, off-plan market can look stronger on paper than it actually feels on the ground. Which areas are most affected? Overpriced secondary units, high density investor heavy apartment areas, projects with heavy future supply, speculative off-plan resales, and units with weak views, poor layouts, or high service charges. Areas less affected: prime villas, scarce waterfront properties, best-in-class buildings, mature family communities, and properly priced ready homes. Also communities with real end-user demands, such as Palm Jumeirah, resilient at the top end, but pricing still matters. Dubai Hills, strong end-user demand, but buyers are being selective. Emirates Living, mature and scarce, generally defensive. MR Beachfront, depends heavily on the view, tower, and pricing. And the Oasis, which is a long-term play, less immediate because it's MR's flagship luxury community. Current market versus January versus same time last year. Year on year tells us market direction. January till today tells us acceleration. Today's situation is about buyer sentiments, high listing activities, more negotiations, and a slower transaction speed. In January 26, before major recent escalations, market was already showing selectivity, but some sellers were still aggressive. Same time last year, market had more momentum, more urgency, less negotiation, stronger confidence. So what should serious buyers do now? This is not a market for emotional buyers. It's a market for disciplined buyers. Do not panic. Don't chase every discount. Focus on quality assets. Use the current hesitation to negotiate better. Buy only if the asset works under conservative assumptions, and avoid weak stock just because it's cheaper. So as a framework for buyers, you should stick to strong locations, real demand, liquidity, sensible prices, and clear exit strategy. And for sellers' reality check, we should say that good properties still sell. Overpriced properties expose themselves too quickly. Unrealistic sellers will struggle. Correctly priced properties still move. But the gap between the asking price and the real buyer's appetite is widening. Sellers need to price according to today's market and not last year's headlines. And the final takeaway is this: Dubai is not collapsing. The market was already due for correction. Regional tensions have increased buyers' caution and negotiations. But quality assets still remain attractive. Weak assets are becoming more vulnerable. And in the next few months, will for sure create an excellent opportunity for serious buyers. If you're considering buying a property in Dubai and want to understand whether a specific property is priced correctly in today's market, message me and I'll be more than happy to provide you with my honest opinion. Thank you for watching.